All right, ladies and gentlemen, Blood Sports Broadcasting here. We are live from Addison Arena for the round of 16 game between the Ashburn Xtreme and the San Diego Saints. So we are going to do our best to keep this game running and keeping this coming to you. So listen for the audio. The video may be broken up. For that, I apologize. I cannot control that. The Wi-Fi over on this side of the arena is not as good as it had been earlier today. So I am going to do my best to give you guys uh, bring you as much of this game as possible. And stay tuned. We're in warm-ups. We are running behind, obviously, but we have about 25 seconds left in warm-ups, and then we'll get ready for some hockey. All right, we have 45 minutes to determine a winner and who is moving on to tomorrow morning and who is just going to go back to the hotel tonight and get a chance to sleep in tomorrow. I do not have a roster for the Saints, so I will do the best I can with the numbers that are on the ice and try to catch up names as we go. Of course, I know all the Ashburn players since Bryce Rutherford is one of them, and he is the son of myself. So, all right. So, Ashburn, we're going to start with the lineup of Cowell. At center, he's going to be winged out by Donovan and Rubenstein. And out defense, we will start with Butzel and Remy. And in net, starting for Ashburn, will be Tommy DeVost. And that's the set. Refs are out on the ice. Goalies are ready. Teams are ready. Timekeeper is ready. Timekeeper is ready. Refs are ready. And here we go. And that faceoff won by Cal. Cal not able to get it back to the defense, and it's sent in around by the Saints. Saints looking across on the far side boards, trying to get it around. Now looking to the middle, centering pass, no one home. And it gets out to center. And here comes Rubenstein. Rubenstein trying to split the defense. He gets through. Well, he is took down, and that will be the first penalty early on in this game. We have a penalty as Rubenstein was hooked down and to try to get through, and that will put Ashburn on the power play. only 22 seconds into the game. Leeds is in for this face-off for Ashburn. That face-off won by the Saints. Saints working their way up, trying to get it out. Kyle kicks it in. Cal dumps it deep. Now comes O'Neill. O'Neill sends it back to Josh Cal. Cal takes a shot towards the net. It gets through the defense, but goes wide. Now Leeds with it over on the far side. He's looking through. Sends it through the middle, looking for Cal, but it bounces on him. He's not able to. And now the Saints get it coming down. 2-on-1. If they hurry, shot towards the net. Saved by the post. That was a good short-handed opportunity. And now behind, here comes Morse. Morse looking out, trying to get it out. It's intercepted by the Saints. Able to hold the line, and now back comes Leeds. Leeds working his way up, but he loses, and he is Ooh, I don't think he was offsides at the line, but the ref saw it a different way. So offsides being the call, and we will have a face-off just outside the blue line. Now in for this face-off. Rutherford's in for the face-off. He's got Feliciano out there with him. He ties it up. They get a push forward. That's a face-off win, but they get taken back by the Saints as they go ahead and work it down the ice. Now, Van Benton trying to get over to it. He sends it across. He gets Strabutzel. Strabutzel finds Radaman. Now he gets up to Rutherford. Rutherford's working his way in. He drops it for Radaman. Radaman with a shot. Another shot by Rutherford. What a big save by the netminder. Keeping this a scoreless game. Now in the corner. Feliciano now sit down behind the net. It's recovered there, trying to hold, and it squeaks out the center. So Butzel's going to have to go ahead and regroup for Ashburn. He's looking across. He gets it to Van Benton. Van Benton gets it up for Rutherford. Rutherford's working his way in. He takes a shot towards the net. It's blocked out by the defense. But, and just overskated there by Van Benton. Well, now, it's coming in. Shot on goal. Save! Held on to by the post. And we'll get a face-off to the left of the Ashburn net. Now in for this face-off for Ashburn. Murphy's in. Murphy wins that back to Conchar. I'm sorry, not Conchar. That's Revick. Revick sends it up. Now trying to get it up. That bounces off the same, but here comes Murphy. Murphy working his way in towards the net, but he is checked up off the puck. He is checked up off of the, and he hits the net hard, and the net comes off. But there is no penalty on that play. That was a legal check. You can just. That is not a penalty because. So since the Ashburn fans next to me are asking why that was a penalty, there was no hooking or holding. He was just pushed into the net, and that is a legal play. Now, back towards the net, looking through, here comes Murphy. Murphy looking out front, trying to send it forward. He gets it to Revick. Revick holds the line, shot towards the net. It bounces up off the defense. Now looking through Leeds. Leeds sending it towards the net. No one able to get a stick on it, and held in at the line. And now it comes out, and now sending it up is Bultima. Bultima sending it, or excuse me, the Saints sending it up, getting it into his home, being watched by Revick. Revick sends the guy off the boards. Legal check. Now working his way up. Trying to get up. That is tipped. Now to Conchar. Conchar getting it up to Leeds. Leeds dumps it into the zone. Held in at the line or on the boards by Leeds. Leeds center it, but nobody there for him as Ashburn was changing. And back comes the Saints. Saints looking through across center. Now Donovan. Donovan working his way in. He's by himself. There's a shot towards the net that gets saved by the netminder. Now back behind the net, the Saints. Saints looking to regroup. And they do. Now sent across. Morris looking up. He sends it up, but he is on the wrong side of center. Not aware of where he was on that when he banked it off, and it is icing, and we will get a face-off down inside the Ashburn zone. 11:33 remaining here in the first period. Still a 0-0 game. That's the face-off. So face-off won by Ashburn. Now sent up. Now O'Neill, he's coming in. He takes a shot that's saved by the netminder. He did have Donovan wide open on the other side, but elected to take the shot. Now Morris keeping it here at center. Sent up, and now the Saints coming back. That's Bellin. Trying to get through. Now a shot towards the net. That goes wide. Now Donovan. He gets it up. And there's a race for it. And now it's Kyle. Kyle giving chase. He almost wins the race, but it's taken back by the Saints. Saints working their way up through center. Poked off by Ryan. Now up to O'Neill. Tipped off, and now Ryan's got it. Ryan has it going into the zone. He's coming through. He chops it off. Shot towards the net. And saved by the netminder on that shot by Feliciano. Now on the boards, Feliciano skating towards the net with it and loses it as the defense takes it, and it is sit down by, and that's going to go all the way down. That will be icing, and we will have a face-off back inside the station. We are down to 10:28 remaining here in the first period. We have a 0-0 game. That face-off won by Feliciano. Botima holds it in line. Now working the play pass towards the middle. Ryan takes a shot. It almost got through, but it sticks aside. Now that shot blocked out front. Coming back from center is the Saints. Saints looking. They send it around, but that's behind the net as that shot goes wide. Ryan trying to get it out. Finally does get out of his zone, and that is offsides. It just came out, and they put it right back in while they still have players on the other side of the blue line. Now that face-off is won. Van Benton sends it up. Now back behind the net and around to the near side boards is the Saints. Saints looking towards the middle, can't get through. Sent up and out. Can't get it. It's held in the line by Poland. Poland looks, he takes the slap shot. That's blocked down by Botima. Now Connor Botima trying to get it up. He sends it up. He gets it through to Feliciano. Feliciano sends it into the zone. And now Rubenstein giving chase. Ryan on the other side. Poke checked off the stick. Trying to get it through. Ryan looking for it. Now Rutherford. And Rutherford checking a player just as the puck went by him. But they're both okay. And the reason is because the net came up. That's the purpose of the whistle. No penalty, nothing else coming up. And we'll have a face-off inside the Saints zone. That face-off tied up and won by Rutherford. Oh, he tried to get it tried to get that one over to Leeds, but they're coming out. Now, looking through it, gets past the Apostolescu. Apostolescu in a race. He gets to it. Radaman gets it out of the zone and out to center as the Saints look to regroup. It's kept, and now looking forward, Radaman. Radaman in a fight with Thomas Radaman trying to get to it. Now taken by Leeds. Leeds hits it toward the net. Another shot. Shots are there. There's nobody to get the stick on it and put it into the net. Now, back behind. Now Radaman with it. Radaman sends it to Leeds. Leeds loses it. His stick was tied up. And now looking their way out. And here come the Saints. Saints trying to get there, but Moore's going to get there. And he missed the check, which is fine because it might have been boarding. No icing on that. But it could have been played. Radaman forechecking. Now it comes out. Oh, and Aiden O'Neill almost got to that, but couldn't quite get to it. Now tip back to Morse in his own zone where they'll reach it. Out to O'Neill. O'Neill's got it. He sends it up to Murphy. Murphy sends it down low. Now down low. Behind the net. O'Neill. Now towards the net, and there is going to be a penalty upcoming on Ashburn. I'm not sure what the penalty was. I was watching the play, not what was happening behind the net, but it looks like it might be a trip. I'll wait for the official signal from it. And it's a head contact penalty, which is 2 minutes and 10. So a 2 and 10 for head contact on O'Neill, and Ashburn will be serving a 1.5-minute penalty. And I'm sorry, it was not Murphy. It was not O'Neill. And now face off. One there by Ryan. He gets it through. Now working his way through, trying to get it out of the zone. Trying to send it up. It gets up and out. And here comes Ryan. Ryan coming back. He's getting wide. And he is checked up off the puck as he looked to release that puck. Now, Josh gets there. Josh Cowell gets to it, but it's taken by the Saints. Saints looking to get out. And now Ryan still holding and pinning him up a little bit, wasting time on this power play. We're down to a minute on the power play for the Saints as they look to break out. Now working through, coming back through for Bowen. Bowen dumps it in for the Saints. Sir Bustle gets it around. He gets it behind the net. He's coming through. Now Revich dragged around, poked off his stick though, as the Saints player came through and now behind the net, Bowen. And the net is off. So another face-off coming up inside the Ashburn end. There is a problem with the nets apparently at this rink because nets have been coming off on both ends of the ice all day long. Probably need to use a little more water down there. and get those things sealed in. All right, in for the face-off here. O'Neal. O'Neal ties it up, and now taken by Ben Bennett. Ben Bennett sending it around, but the stanchion keeps it in the zone. That's away, and they are trying to now held at the line by the Saints as they look behind. Now behind the net, pushing it on. Now poke check back, but kept in at the line by the Saints. Now to the middle, but no one able to get a stick on it as they look and work themselves out. Now back towards the middle, sent out, kept in, and it does get out. Now O'Neal could not quite get to it there. Almost. And now sent back. Rubenstein giving pressure. It is sent out by the Saints as they get it out to center. Now working their way through. Coming. His stick lifted by O'Neal. O'Neal gets through, and he sends it into the offensive zone where it's recovered by the Saints. The Saints looking to break out. They send it up off the ice, or off the stanchion. Now back through, working his way through, in on net, send and covered up by the post. He will hold on, and we'll get a face-off to the right of the Ashburn net. 6:06 remaining here in the first period. 0-0 the current score. Now Feliciano in there. Feliciano ties up the puck. He gets away, trying to get it through. Now sent up, gets it up for Ryan. Ryan looking to try and get out of the zone with it, but it's bottled up along the edge. Still trying to get through, and it comes out. Now Morse getting it up. He finds Leeds. Leeds up to Feliciano. Feliciano cutting his way to the net. Can't get the shot. Everything on that shot. And it is sent out by the Saints. That's going to go down, and that'll get far enough for icing. And they waved it off. Not surprising. There's been some inconsistency in what icing is for the officials in this tournament. So, but it's their call. Now Feliciano gets around. He sends it to the middle, but no one able to get a shot off. Still trying. Now the puck is loose. Leeds tries to get a stick on it. Cannot. Just enough stick play there by the Saints to keep Ashburn from getting a solid shot off. And now sent out by the Saints. It's sent down. Now there's a race for it. Morse trying to get to it. It's blocked away by Morse as that shot was taken by the Saints. Now sent up and out. Not able to get it out. And finally does get out. It is sent out by Feliciano. Ashburn getting wholesale chains. And now working their way out as Saints. Now Rebic. Rebic coming up. He gets it up. Looking for Rutherford on the trail, but it was intercepted. But there is a penalty. There was a delayed penalty coming up on the Saints. I didn't see the call by the official. Either way, it's a 2-minute penalty. And so Ashburn leads in there now for the faceoff. They are trying to fix the scoreboard, so give us just a second. It is not a minute. It's a minute 30. There we go. They finally got it up on the board. It's a minute 30. Power play for Ashburn. Rubenstein gets it. That faceoff is won by Leeds. Now behind the net, O'Neal. O'Neal looking. He sends it across, looking for Now back to the point for Morse. Morse missed the shot. Now a shot towards the net that gets blocked up by the defense and back around. Now Powell sending it towards the net. It goes wide. Leads on the far side boards. He'll get it. He sends it back deeper. He finds Rubenstein. Back to the top for Morse. Morse takes the shot, but it's blocked away by the defense. And now working their way back. A little bit of speed. Morse. And he got the puck on that. It was not a slash. It probably looked like one, but it was not. Now O'Neal coming in 4-on-2. Shot towards the net. That gets saved and pushed aside. Another shot towards the net gets pushed aside and comes out the center. Now Cal with it. Cal sending it over, looking for Rubenstein. Rubenstein's in. His shot goes just wide of the net. Big save by the netminder. Held in at the line by Morse. Morse sends it over for Cal. Cal tries to send a shot in, but it goes around the boards and it comes all the way out. Now trying to get to it. Sends around. Now Leeds. Leeds picking it up. He finds Cal. Cal's got it. He's coming up. 21 seconds remaining on the power play. Drop for O'Neal. O'Neal sends it across for Rubenstein with the shot. And the goal! That is Rubenstein on the goal. So Rubenstein on the goal, on the assist from Cal and O'Neal, and Ashburn is up 1-0 on the power play marker. Now in for the face-off. Rutherford in for this face-off for Ashburn. And we're supposed to have another one. There's a Conchar coming out. Take that other wing. Rutherford wins that face-off back. He gets it over to Stubutzel. Stubutzel sends it across. Looks for Revich. Revich gets it up for Rutherford. Rutherford, oh, his stick tied up just as he hit it. And there's going to be a penalty for hooking. So good draw. And we'll have a face-off inside the Saints end as another penalty taken by the Saints for hooking. And so Rutherford in for this face-off as Ashburn gets set to start their power play. Bench is getting a warning for arguing the call, which is delaying us just. All right, Rutherford now in for this face-off. That's one back. Gets it over for Van Benton. Van Benton sends it back. It's held in at the line by Stubutzel. Stubutzel to Van Benton. And it gets out of the zone as it's pushed down by the Saints. That's going to get far enough for icing. No icing. They're going to wave off the icing. Feliciano with it. He sends it back around looking for Stubutzel. Stubutzel looking for the breakout. He gets it to Feliciano. Feliciano across for Van Benton. Van Benton working his way in. Rutherford way offsides. I don't know what he was looking at. But either way, Rutherford's offsides and we'll get a face-off just outside the Saints zone. Now Leeds in for this face-off. Leeds wins that back to Cowell. Cowell to Morris. Morris looking. Dumps it in. And it is saved. Now Leeds with it. He sends it back towards the net. It's taken by the Saints. Saints send it down. That's icing. And we'll get a face-off back inside the Saints end. We are down to 2:27 remaining here in the first period. 48 seconds remaining on the penalty to number 33 from the Saints for cooking. And Ashburn still trying to capitalize on this power play. Leeds went that back. He gets to Rubenstein. Rubenstein back to Morse. Morse's shot locked up and out of play. And we'll get a face-off back inside the Saints end. Leeds wins that across for Rubenstein. He sets it back. He was looking for Cal, but wasn't able to get it to him. And now Cal has to reset as it sweeps out to center. Now Cal's got it. He sends it up for Leeds. Leeds to O'Neal. That's onside at the line. Working his way to the middle. And couldn't quite get the shot off. A little bit too much fancy stick work. Not enough trying to get the puck towards the net. But that's all right. Now Leeds. Cal with it here now. Along the board. Sends it up to O'Neal. O'Neal working in towards Leeds. Leeds with it. A shot. Oh, and that goes just wide. And now held in at the line by Morse. Now across. There's Feliciano. He sends a shot back behind the net to O'Neal. O'Neal looking out front, blocked away by the defense. Now O'Neal working back, sends it up, looking. It's held in by Morse. Now sent low by Cal. Uses Sanson. Oh, now back. Oh, and almost able to get there was Leeds, but the puck just outside of his reach. Cal gets it back to Leeds. Leeds working his way in. He's on sides at the line. All right, he's on the right side of the red line, so not icing. Yeah, it was tipped anyway. Now held in at the line by Ryan. Now O'Neal with it. O'Neal loses it. Saints looking to break out. They do. Coming up through center. Coming in, breaking into the zone, getting it past Skraputzel and now Revich. Sends it around. Conchar gets it up. And out it goes. Now Ryan is there with, and there it is. There's a shot. Let it go! By Ryan on the assist from Conchar and Feliciano. And now Ashburn is up 2-0 with 47 seconds remaining here in the. So Ashburn's up 2-0 here with 47 seconds remaining in the first period. And we're back ready for some more action. Face off there. Won by the Saints. Saints looking to get down the ice. They send it down, but that's too far. That's icing. And that face off will come back inside the Saints end. Now Feliciano in for this face off. He ties it up, gets it to Conchar's shot, goes just wide. It's saved by the netminder. Now taken by Feliciano. He sends it back to Van Benton. Van Benton sending it towards the net. That goes just wide. Looking, Ryan. Nope, that's no, that's Ryan. Ryan sending it down for Conchar. Now around. Baltimore holds the line along the boards. Now a shot towards the net. Not able to get out. Van Benton then hops his stick. And now the Saints with the break opportunity here with 9 seconds remaining here in the first period. Checked up off the play. 4 seconds. And now there's going to be a penalty for roughing on Conchar. Oh, sorry, that's Van Benton. Van Benton's going to get the gate for roughing. Probably an unnecessary penalty as the puck was already away. There was no danger of a goal being scored because there's 1:08 left. Now you have to, or excuse me, a set 1.8 seconds left. And so as such, now they will go ahead and reset. So 6 skaters out for the Saints here with 1.8 seconds remaining on the clock. Van Benton with the roughing minor. And leads. He saved it, ties it up. That is the end. That is the end of the first period with Ashburn up by a score of 2-0. We are going to get an ice cut as they do here every 2 periods. Last game got cut between the second and third. This one between the first and second. Give us about 10 minutes and we will be right back with you for the last 2 periods of this round of 16 game. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Rut Sports Broadcasting back with the second period. So we finally got a nice cut. There's a bit of a delay on that, just to kind of reset the scene for you. Ashburn goes into the second period up 2-0. There is a minute 29 on the penalty to number 19, Hans Van Vetten, for roughing that he got right at the end of the period. So teams are back on the ice. They're both still in net for Ashburn. So as you see in the comments there, I apologize. I know that there's some choppiness to the video. Not a whole lot that I can do about that. I am broadcasting off my mobile hotspot because the Wi-Fi is not working in the arena over on this side for whatever reason. Uh, if I was 5 feet over in the other arena, I would have been fine, just like this morning. But this one, not so much. So we are getting ready to start the second period here. We're going to have Morse and Reddick on defense. We got the Vos inside the pipes. And Ryan and Conchar starting on the forwards. So Ryan in for this faceoff as they begin shorthanded. Faceoff won by the Saints, jumping it in and looking around. Now trying to get it down behind the net. Puck is still behind the net. Puck is away. Revich sends it around, trying to poke it out of the zone. Not able to get out. Held in by Atkins for Saints. Now Atkins, no, he can't hold the line, and it gets back out to center. Now they're working their way through. And now turned over. Now Conchar coming in. Quick shot. And it goes up over the net. Now poked out by the Saints. Saints coming back. And brought down on a trip. Chipped by Conchar. And that will put Ashburn on a 2-man disadvantage for the next 52 seconds. So 5-on-3 coming up for the Saints as we get ready to drop the puck here. Now Ryan still in for the faceoff. He sends it back. It gets through, and it's sent down by Morse. That will be far enough for icing, and we'll do it again. Now O'Neill comes in, replaces Ryan in the faceoff dot. That faceoff won by the Saints. Looking, trying to set it up. O'Neill holding up. Shot towards the net that goes wide. It's behind the post. It comes out. Oh, and poked away by the defense. Gets off to the corner. Now resetting to the D. Looking to get through. Comes in. Shot towards the net that goes wide. Trying to stripe it away was Apostolescu, but he couldn't quite do it. Now, sending it across. Looking. Atkins with it now. He sends it back across. Shot towards the net. That's saved by DeVos. He knocks it up over the net. Force gets it around. O'Neill not able to get it out of the zone. It's kept in. Another shot towards the net blocked away by DeVos. 6 seconds remaining on the first penalty. Now Atkins with it. He's looking. He resets. Now sending it back across. Shot towards the net and a goal. Scored by Saints on the power play. That was on a 5-on-4 as the other penalty had just expired. And so it is. So even though the 5-on-4 had expired, yeah, so it is 5-on-5. First penalty had expired. Feliciano ties it up. Now working their way forward, leads to Ryan. Ryan working his way through. We have a 2-1 game. Saints getting on the boards early after that penalty. Revich holds it in. It's now held in by Ryan. Now sent back around. Gets it through. Now Ryan along the boards, working his way out as the Saints. Saints coming up through center, number 43. He dumps it in. Sent around. Cervanto giving chase. He's checked up off the puck, even though the puck was nowhere near him. Now coming around Ryan. Ryan coming through. Trying to get it up. He gets it out of the zone. Now Feliciano giving chase. No icing is at his tipped at the line. And now behind. Leads, loses a stick. Now Ryan coming back. Tries to get in. He gets inside the zone, but it's taken right back by the Saints. Saints send it up. Revich gets it, sends it right back out. Checked up off the puck there by Feliciano right in front of us here. And now here comes Gage. Gage dumps it in for the Saints as he gets it around. And it rolls in on DeVos. DeVos holds onto it, sends it around, tries to get it out. Lynch sends it back towards the net, not able to get there. Now Ryan gets it out of the zone, trying to get it up. He's checked off. Now Feliciano with it. Feliciano comes in. He takes a shot that's blocked away by the netminder, and he looks up. Now coming back through. Here comes Saints. Saints drop back. And now here comes Donovan. Donovan gets it out of the zone. Still working for it. Notice Donovan coming in. He's got Rubenstein with her. Can't get it to him, though. He's checked up by the team. Now in the corner, trying to get through. Saved by Rubenstein. Rubenstein checked up off the puck. Now Donovan tries to send it back to Van Benton. And it is all the way down. That is not icing. If it was hit by a stick. But Multini comes through, and there is a penalty coming up on. Now sending to Donovan. That was O'Neill. Now shot towards the net. Saved. Now Murphy out there. Murphy sending it deep. And now finally the whistle goes on the tipping call on the Saints. And we will get a face-off inside the Saints end. And Ashburn will be on a power play. 11:13 remaining here in the second period. Ashburn holding on to a 2-1. Now in for this faceoff. Grant leads for Ashburn. It's tied up and won by the Saints. Saints get it up. Force holds it in along the boards. Gets it down low for Rubenstein. Rubenstein checked up off the puck. Now sent around by the Saints trying to send it around, but it goes out of play, and we will get a face-off back here inside the Saints end. He wins that across for Rubenstein, but it gets taken right way back by the Saints. Saints looking to break out. They send it up shorthanded through center. Now Lee ties one man up, but in they come. Number 4 for the Saints getting through. Now sending it up, looking, and he finds O'Neill. O'Neill's there. O'Neill touches right through one. He takes a shot and he scores! O'Neill blocking the kick. I believe from Zach Force, and it is 3-1. Ashburn on the power play marker. So back to 5-on-5 hockey. Ashburn up 3-1. Murphy in for this faceoff. He wins that one back. Taken by Stavazzo. Stavazzo gets it. He sends it into Conchar. Conchar sends it down. Now working his way through Murphy. Murphy sends it behind the net. There's a check off puck over there. It probably should have been interference. No call coming. Now sent back towards the net by Rubenstein. And now working their way out. Rubenstein appears to be skating a little gingerly after that hit. Now Murphy sends it up. Rubenstein tips it, but that's too far. That's going to be icing. And we'll get a face-off back inside the Ashburn end. 10:09 remaining here in the second period. Ashburn up 3-1. Yeah, getting set for the face-off. Rutherford in for the face-off for Ashburn. He's set up. We're waiting on the officials. Officials up. We're good. And now face-off. One by Rutherford. He pushes it up to Leeds. Leeds working through. He gets protect off his stick, but sent in. Sent in by Radaman. Leeds tries his throw dragger on one. Couldn't quite get there, and now comes back as the Saints. Saints coming back through center. Across the blue, shot towards the net, saved by DeVos. Now it's sent towards it. That goes high up over the net. Now another shot towards the net, blocked out front by the defense. That's now Rutherford sending it up. Gets it up to Leeds, trying to get it up. Now Rutherford coming with Ratterman. He's got him. He comes in, he takes a shot towards the net, but that goes wide. Now sent back towards the middle and covered up by the netminder. And held on to by the netminder, and we will get a face-off to the right of the net. 9:32 on the clock in the second period. Feliciano in for this face-off. He ties it up, and it comes back to the Saints. Saints sending it around. Now it goes down. It's touched by Apostolescu, so there will not be icing. That goes all the way around. And now sent around. Now Apostolescu sends it around. And it's sent up front and blocked away by the post. Now sending it around. Feliciano trying to get it through, but it gets through. And now here comes the Saints. Saints across. Shot towards the net. Saved by the post. He holds that short side. Now it's out front. Can't get it out. Now finally sent out and did not get off. Did not come outside the zone. And finally sent out by Feliciano. He sends it down the ice and going to be icing. Seems to me like they've waved that off before, but that one they're going to let go is icing. So icing the call by the official. It's not the wrong call. It's just that they missed the other 3 or 4. And we'll get a face-off inside the Ashburn end. And for the face-off here, Powell. Wells in now for Ashburn in net. Thomas DeVos. Tommy DeVos now out. Now Powell working their way through. Can't get through. Now set towards the net. Shot. Save. It was sticked away by Wells. Working their way out. Donovan. Donovan trying to get out of the zone. It's sent down. No icing. And working his way towards Rubenstein. Rubenstein trying to get to it. Donovan rolls on. He keeps it in. Now back to Rubenstein to the middle looking for Cal. Cal couldn't pull the trigger as his stick was tied up. Now to Donovan. Donovan couldn't get the his stick. And now the Saints will come back 3-on-2. 2-on-2. Now looking towards the net. Shot saved by Wells. He'll hold on and we get a face-off inside the Ashburn zone. 8:04 remaining here in the second period. Ashburn up 3-1. Murphy in for this face-off. He ties it up. And it's sent towards the net by the Saints. Finally, and it goes wide. Now a shot towards the net. Taken out by Van Beck. Now sent up. Saints get it into the zone onside. Now Baltima sends it up looking for Murphy. It's kept in at the line by the Saints. Still can't get it out of the zone. Ashburn now constantly. He looks. He finds Leeds. Leeds is in alone. He comes in. He shoots. He scores! Leeds on the breakaway. And on the assist from the assist goes to Conchar on that one. And Ashburn takes a 4-1 lead. Murphy back in the face-off dot. Now Murphy holds off. He wins that face-off. He goes back into the zone. Van Beck gets it out, sends it down. Dumped in on by the Saints. It goes behind the net, though. Volpima gets to it. He sends it around looking for Conchar. Conchar gets it up, sends it all the way down the ice, and that will be icing. And we're going to face off back inside to the right of the Ashburn net and netminder Scott Wells. Now Rutherford in for this face-off for Ashburn. That face-off won by Rutherford. He sends it back to Apostolescu, and it's sent down and around. O'Neal trying to get it out. He does get it out. We got a 3-on-1 developing if they hurry. looking towards the net. O'Neal with a shot. O'Neal unassisted, and it is 5-1 Ashburn. And now goalie change here for the Saints. Rutherford still inside the faceoff dot. He wins that one back. That's taken by Pasolescu. He hits a toss. He finds Morse. Morse. It is sent up. Now Rutherford working his way through. He comes through. He sends it for Radaman. Radaman couldn't quite get a stick on it. Sent towards the net. Not able to get off Rutherford. He comes back and steals that puck back out the center. And now Pasolescu, but he loses the edge. Now sent up Radaman. And there's going to be a penalty coming up on a Pasolescu for holding. And it'll be a power play for the Saints. The Pasolescu going to go to the box for holding. 6:38 remaining here in the second period. Ashburn up 5-1, going on to the penalty kill. And for the face-off here, Feliciano. That's won by the Saints. Saints looking to try and get back on the board here. Shot towards the net. Tipped on. Saved by Well. 2 saves by Well. Now back to the middle. Looking, he gets out. Oh, here comes Feliciano. Feliciano coming in. He looks, he was trying to get it over to Ryan, but he got blocked away by the defense, but he'll push it in deeper. Ashburn still working the puck shorthanded. Now pinned up inside in the corner, and coming away with it is on the Saints as they come up along the far side boards. Now inside the zone. Strabutzel sending it around, trying to get it out. Strabutzel trying to push it out of the zone. He does. Saints going to go ahead and reset. Now here comes Sheldon. Sheldon sends it in for the Saints. Now back behind the net of Pasolescu. He gets to it, sends it around. Kept in at the line, though, and sent all the way down the ice. That's not going to get on net, so that will be icing by Ashburn. 29 seconds remaining on the penalty to Apostolescu. 5:37 remaining here in the second period. Cal in for the faceoff. He wins that one. Oh, he does not win that one. It's taken by the Saints. Now down low, looking towards the net, peels away. Now back to the front, shot towards the net, blocked out front by the defense. That was Van Betten out front. Now sent around, trying to tip it out. It is tipped out by Donovan. It is also tipped by a stick of the Saints, so no icing. 5 seconds remaining on the kill. And kill is over. Van Betten looking, he dumps it in. As we are back to 5-on-5 hockey. Now sent out Van Betten, trying to hold it, and dumped in by the Saints. They get it into the corner, and around Albotima. It's going to retrieve for Ashburn. Albotima sends it up. He sends it up for Leeds. Leeds gets it to Josh Cal. Josh Cal coming in, drops it for Leeds, but it was behind him. And now behind the net, Cal. Puck is still loose and held on to just sitting underneath the pad of the netminder. Almost there. Couldn't quite get a stick to it to poke that one in. But face-off coming up inside the Saints zone, off to the right of the Saints netminder. Okay, the net is off yet again, so looking to fix that. Now Murphy. Face off, tied up. Nope, won by the Saints. Now sends around, trying to hold the line, can't. And now there's a foot race for an Apostolescu. You're going to get to it. Nope, Morris is going to get to it. They just need to go a different way with it. He sends it up. Sends out. Contract sending it up, looking for Rubenstein. Just not enough juice on it. It's taken back by the Saints. But Saints are in their own zone, trying to regroup. Trying to break out now as there is pressure from Conchar. They finally do get it out. Morris keeps it in. He sends it off to the other side. Murphy looking through. He sends it up and into his bench. And we'll get a face-off just outside the Saints zone. Correction. We're going to get it at center ice here. Place where the puck was last legally played. Murphy back in for the face-off here. He ties it up. He comes forward with it, but as it kicks forward, it goes to a Saints player, and they get it out to center. Now dumping it in. There comes Morris giving chase behind the net. Looking behind the net. Still looking. Saints trying to generate some offense in the zone. Tied up in the near side, in the far side corner, and now sent around to the near side corner where it's going to get there. Morris going to try to get there, and finally sent out of the zone by Conchar, taken by Murphy. Murphy behind the net, sends it in front for Rubenstein, couldn't get the shot off. It shot back on and held on to. That was Murphy with the shot on. And it was held on to by the netminder on the short side, and we'll get a face-off to the right of the Saints goal. 3:27 remaining here in the second period. Ashburn up 5-1. Now Rutherford in the face-off shot for this. He wins it over. He gets it over to O'Neill, but it goes right back to the Saints. And now Madden, now held by Revich. Now Rutherford giving chase. He kicks it into the zone. Sent out. Rutherford steals it. He works his way towards the net. Shot towards the net. Oh, off the pipe. He had the goaltender feet, but it went off the pipe. And it goes out of play. And a face-off coming up just to the So they're going to bring the face-off out, and I'm not sure why. But face-off tied up, and now won by Ashburn. Rutherford coming in with it. He sends it across for O'Neill. O'Neill takes a shot. Can't get there. Shot by Redmond. It's still loose. It's still there. And now covered up, and no goal. And we'll get another face-off here next to the So Ashburn changing up their players. All right, that tied up by Feliciano. Now working his way out. Full team are going to go ahead and recover it in the zone. Now working his way up. Through Feliciano. He gets it in across to Lees. Lees loses an edge. Sent towards the net. Oh, and that goes just wide. Now Van Benton. Oh, it stops his stick. It gets back out to center. Leeds can't get a hold of that one when the Saints coming back. That could have been offside. That was close. But here comes Feliciano with Ryan and Leeds. 3-on-2. Now towards the net. Shot and a big save by the netminder to keep that one out. Now working its way in. Behind the net. Coming away with it, Nico Feliciano. He's checked up off the puck inside the near side corner. Now working his way out with it, Ryan. Is that Nico? That's Nico Feliciano. No, that was Ryan. I was right the first time. Because Nico's all the way up here. He just gets the pass from Ryan. I always get those two mixed up on this. That was probably offsides, but not called. So we'll keep it going here. Now Van Benton sends it in. Now it's offside, I guess. Now with the face off, he wins that over. He gets it down to Donovan. Donovan dumps it in. He sends it around. Now chased by Rubenstein. Now across to Cal. Cal sends it towards the net, but it is blocked away by the defense. Now Cal's going to get it back in far side corner, sends it back around behind for Donovan. Donovan looking for it. He pushes it around. Saints push it around. Kept in there by Apostolescu. He sends it towards the net, but it goes wide. Now sent back around by Cal. Donovan still giving chase. And Apostolescu not able to hold it. And here comes Bolin on a break. Coming through. Tried to take a shot. And then sticked away by Scott Wells. And the puck is now behind the net. As Apostolescu can't get away. Another shot towards the net, and there's a goal. That sneaks by on the short side. Scott Wells, and now back to a 3-goal lead for Ashburn on the goal by the Saints. 5-2. Go, Pete. Pass face-off one, taken by Strabutzel. Strabutzel gets it out, looking for O'Neal. O'Neal tried to get it to, but now everybody's offsides. Everybody's onside. That was just at the left. And a shot and a goal. He hits him. Everybody had just gotten back on sides as Murphy just crawled to the blue line to get back on. And O'Neal with a snipe. And that is a hat trick for Aiden O'Neal over the glove of the netminder. And we're back to a 6-2 lead, a 4-goal lead for Ashburn. 36 seconds remaining here in the second period. Now Murphy with that faceoff. O'Neal sends it across to Revich. Revich sends it in. Conchar jumps it in. And no icing. They wave it off. They're saying it was tipped, although I don't think it really was. Now that comes out front and almost another goal. And still being sent around and not able to hold it is Revich as he comes back and resets at center with Strabutzel. Strabutzel sends it up. Saints will get it, though, as it gets into the zone. And they will look to probably hold this and try to just get out of the period. But it isn't all the way down, and that is icing. And they're not going to call the icing. That is it. I'm not sure why that wasn't icing, except for the fact that the officials didn't want to call it because they knew it was towards the end of the period. But either way, Ashburn, after 2 periods, up 6-2. 15 minutes left to determine who is going to go to tomorrow morning's game. Ashburn holding on to the 4-goal lead. Rudd Sports Broadcasting will be back with the third period in 30 seconds. All right, Rudd Sports Broadcasting back here. I don't know what that was in my voice. All right, Rudd Sports Broadcasting back here with the third period. Ashburn going to start with the line. Rutherford centering with Radaman and Leeds. We have Fultima and Van Benton at the defense. Wells in between the pipes as we begin the third period. Ashburn up by a score of 6-2. And Leeds is way offsides on the face-off, not called. Face-off won by the Saints. Now moving their way up. Now Fultima working through. He sends it around. Coming to the middle. And now working their way out. Here comes Van Benton. Van Benton gets it up for Leeds. Leeds working his way into the zone. He toe drags around one. Tries to send it around. Radaman behind the net. Looks out front. Sends it to Fultima. That shot just goes wide. And I think he rolled on him as he was shooting it. Now sent up. Fultima tips it into the zone. Now he'll go back to retrieve in his own zone. Now sent around. Radaman. Now Rutherford with speed. He gets around one. He gets around another. Tries to get it around the counter. Grant Leeds couldn't. He sends it back. Centers it for Radaman. Radaman with it. He sends it towards the net. Now, puck. Oh, the net came off again on this ring. So that'll get us a whistle. Good pressure, too, by Ashburn. 14:09 remaining here in the third period. Feliciano now in for the face-off for Ashburn. He wins that one straight back to Apostolescu. Apostolescu takes a shot. That is knocked out. Now another shot. Oh, it's saved. And now working their way out. Here comes Bullen for the Saints. He toe drags around one. He takes a shot. Saved by Wells, and it's loose. He didn't know where it was. It bounced up, but luckily the defense was there to sweep it away. Rubenstein giving chase as they sit down the ice. Now behind. The Saints looking to break out in the near side corner. Now around behind their net. Ryan giving chase. Trying to send it back out. And Morris can't handle that one. Otherwise, that interception had it going the other direction. Now trying to send it up out of the zone. Can't quite get it out. And now pushed out to center as Vasilevsky comes with it. Now step back for Feliciano. Feliciano misses it. And now a shot towards the net. Saved by Wells. He'll hold on. And we'll get a face-off inside the Ashburn end. 13-14 remaining in the third period. Ashburn up 6-2. Now in for this face-off. He wins that back. He gets it over to Strabutzel. Strabutzel looking, trying to find somebody. He gets it out to Cal. Cal gets it up to O'Neill. O'Neill working his way in. He holds on. Now Cal with a shot towards the net that goes just wide. Now Revich trying to hold the line. He does. It gets behind for O'Neill. They're now working their way up. Sent out. Strabutzel. It goes through his stick. No icing. And it's taken there by Revich, but can't get it past the Saints player, and now he's got it. So looking to center, can't quite get it as his stick is tied up. Saints still working to try and get something towards the net. Revich takes it, he sends it up looking for Donovan. Can't get it out of the zone. Now sent out. It's actually sent out, I think, by a Saints player. That just misses Cal. Now Cal gets it in his zone. Support! Now looking to send it around me through. Now Contar with the shot. He misses it just wide. And he had the goaltender down, but he couldn't get it on net. And it's sent back around. Now Strabutzel will retrieve. He sends it around looking for O'Neill, but that goes all the way down. That will be icing. They're not saying, they're not calling it icing. Okay, so I'm a little confused by the definition of icing in Illinois, guys. I'm sorry. Um, I mean, at least it's consistent both ways, but still. Now it's out towards the net. Chapman goes wide as it's sent out now by Conchar. Conchar gets down. That will not be icing. And now Murphy giving chase. Can't get to it. And now working their way out. Well, and there is going to be a penalty upcoming. And now another shot. So there was one shot and then another shot. There was kind of so it looks like there was already a penalty coming up on Ashburn. There was already a penalty coming up on Ashburn, and then that bit afterwards should be a second penalty coming up now against the Saints. So it should be 4-on-4 because these are non-coincidental minors. That is how this should play out, but we'll see what the decision the refs make on the ice. So it looks like we're going to, no, it looks like we're five, maybe 5-on-4. I'm trying to figure out what's going on just for those at home. Refs have not made any definitive signals of anything. But either way, there's going to be a penalty. It looks like this penalty, there's going to be a minute and a half penalty on Saints, and it might be the extra penalty. And it looks like that looks like that might be a head contact penalty and a game misconduct. So but they may have given the game because of his given the game. But it looks like the way this is going to play out, Ashburn is going to end up with a power play off of this. With 11:23 remaining here in the third period. So Ashburn looking to take advantage of. I'm very confused about how the officials have decided to do this, but either way, Ashburn with power play now sent all the way down by the Saints. That's icing immediately. So I was expecting a 4-on-4, so there must have been something else that was said or something else that was done, or they decided there was an intentional head contact, gave a head contact penalty and a game misconduct, which was then not a regular misconduct, is why the little guy got kicked out. So somehow we ended up on a power play. I thought we would be even strength. Now that in the corner, puck goes out of play, I believe. I couldn't see down there. It looks like it went out of play. And so we will get a face-off back inside the Saints end. 11:02 remaining, a minute 9 on the power play for Ashburn. That face-off won by Leeds. Now shot towards the net by Cal. That was knocked down by Rubenstein, but it went wide. And now Rubenstein toe drags around one. And now it gets to the middle. Shot. Oh, and it gets blocked away by the defense just the last second. And back comes Saints. Saints working their way in shorthanded. Intercepted by Cal. And now they'll go back up the ice. Looking up and tipped by O'Neill. So no ice, even though I don't think that O'Neill actually tipped that. That's what they called. And so we'll take it. And now in the corner, trying to break themselves out, is the Saints. Now Cal intercepts the center. He'll return and look to get it out. It's sent up by O'Neill. O'Neill sends it in and around. Now Rubenstein. Give it chase behind the net. Now taken by Leeds. Oh no, it's kept by me. And now sent out. And now there's a foot race for it. Cal getting back to cut off the player for. And now and that is going to be a penalty, and it's going to be probably the 5 variety because on Cal. So it's probably going to be of the 5 variety for Cal here because he went head first into the boards. I know it wasn't intentional. He's trying to hit the puck, but he went head first into the boards. By rule, that's of the 5 variety. And I don't know what happened out at center, but we have 2 players down for the Saints. So I think it might have been an Ashburn player that may have given a shot, but I think there was an exchange of blows between the two. I don't know if any of the officials saw it. So looks like Leeds going into the box, so he's going to get a penalty. So it's going to end up a 4-on-3 for. It's going to end up as a 4-on-3 for the Saints for about 9 seconds. It looks like, if I'm reading this right, and then it's going to end up being a 5-on-3 after that for the remainder of the minute and a half penalty. So 10:02 remaining here in the third period. So I don't know if there was maybe not a penalty on the one where he went into the boards. So it must not have been a penalty. I don't know. Cal didn't get a penalty on that. I thought maybe he'd get a thought maybe he'd get a tripping penalty on that, but it looks like no penalty is being called because Ashburn has four guys out there, and they've only called one. They only called the roughing penalty on Leeds, and it looks like Leeds might be being booted out of the game. No, no, Leeds is not getting a penalty for his retaliation. It's not 86. It is going to be Cal. Cal is getting a 2-minute minor. So he's getting a 2-minute minor for tripping, even though the kid went directly headfirst into the boards, which by rules are supposed to be 5 minutes, no questions asked. But as we've seen since USA Hockey came out with those rules, that has rarely been called if it's in the course of the play and there's no intent. Um, so either way, it looks like it's just going to be a minute and a half penalty, but it's not going to be on Leeds. It looks like It looks like the penalty was on Cal. They've got Leeds still up on the board, um, but it looks like Cal is the one that actually has the penalty. All right, so here we are, 4-on-4 hockey for 9 seconds, and now coming away with it is Ryan. Ryan coming away with O'Neill. He sends it across. O'Neill with the shot. Shot. Oh, not able to get it in. Was Ryan couldn't pull the trigger on the. It hit his foot, and I think he was trying to make sure that he didn't kick it in the net. Now a shot towards the net. Wells not able to hold on to that puck, but it does get out and sit down the ice. It's not going to be icing. It's not going to get far enough. And now step back is Saints will have a power play for the next 57 seconds. Trying to send it out and dumped in. And now Pasolescu giving chase. They're sending it around. Trying to get it up to Ryan. Ryan sends it around. He's checked up off the puck. Not able to get around to it. And now working his way through. Coming through the shot. That's blocked up by Strabutzel's stick. It gets out of play. And now working their way around. Can't get it out of the zone. It's kept in. Trying to get it up to Leeds. Leeds not able to get to it. Now, shot towards the net, blocked away by the defense. Another shot, that goes wide. That went off the post, actually. And now up it goes. And Leeds trying to get the puck. He is offsides. And there will be a face-off coming up just outside the Saints' end. 8:48 remaining here in the third period. 16 seconds remaining on this penalty kill. And then they will get Cal back. Or maybe they won't get Cal back. I'm trying to figure out why we got three guys in the penalty box. So it sounds like they may have given him a 2-10. So Cal is serving a 2-minute penalty, and then, or actually Rubenstein is serving the 2-minute penalty, and then the next conduct for Cal. So he'll come out after the whistle. After the 8 minutes, we are back to 5-on-5 hockey. They're now working their way out. Coming through, Donovan. Donovan sends it in. It gets around. Now working their way through. Trying to get through behind the net. Rubenstein working. Feliciano there. Feliciano working the puck. Now towards the net. Oh, couldn't pull the trigger with Donovan. Shot ripped by Latino right into the Saints defender, and it gets knocked all the way out, and they had a break, but they weren't able to, and now here comes Feliciano. He's sending it up. He's looking. He's got Rubenstein on the break. He comes in, he shoots, and off the side of the net. Oh, and it goes off the back of the goaltender, sits in the crease, and is cleared away by the defense. Now here comes Van Beck sending it up. He gets it up for Rubenstein. Now sending it out, and it gets set down by the Saints, and that is going to be icing, and we'll get a face-off back inside the Saints end. We're down to 7:18 remaining here in the third period. Ashburn holding on, 6-2. Running forth with that face-off. He wins that one back. Pasolescu unable to get to it, though, and hold to the line, so they will have to regroup. Now Morse sending it up. Gets it. Runner forth. Gets it into the zone. Gets around one. He toe drags around one. He gets pulled off, and there is a high hit. Not being called though. Now getting low. And now being sent down. No icing. No icing. So the play will continue. And now working their way through. And now coming through. Now Rutherford. Rutherford working his way through. He gets it over to Leeds. Leeds working in. He's going to Rutherford through. And there's a shot towards the net save. Behind the net kept. Now Rutherford tips it around for Leeds. Behind the net. Puck being worked along the net. Now finally sent out. The Saints working their way out. Revitz giving a look. That was a good play. That's not offsides. He possessed the puck as he entered the zone. It was a good play. But Ashburn keeping it out now, working their way through. Sent back out. Now shot towards the net, blocked away by Rutherford. And back to Russell. Now it gets out of the zone. Now to O'Neill. O'Neill, he finds Murphy. Murphy trying to get in. He comes in with the shot and he scores! And I'm sorry, I missed it on the goal on the camera because my camera went down. But that goal scored by Murphy. So Murphy scores on the assist from O'Neill. And they are up 7-2. And now we will have a running lock unless the lead gets back down to 3. Now face off 1. Ryan working his way through. Now sit down. Back behind. Murphy give chase. Held in there by O'Neill. Back to the middle. Not able to get there. Ryan towards the middle. Can't get it to him. O'Neill. O'Neill centering it. Can't get through. Now working their way out. Coming through center. Sir Bustle bumps one player off. He loses it. He enters the zone. Can't clear the zone though. Now Revitz with it. Revitz looking across. He finds Ryan, but it gets back out to center. Well, was a hit by Revitz as he dislodges the puck and working their way through. Now here's Revitz. Revitz misses the puck, but he gets it up to O'Neill. O'Neill with Ryan. All right, he checked up off the puck. I think the Saints player delivered the puck, got the worst of that one. And now working through with Bolin. Bolin coming in for Saints. Working through. He's tripped. No call coming. And it gets around. Now Felice and Ryan with it. Ryan, he's got Murphy. He's got O'Neill. He hits O'Neill with it. O'Neill not able to get to it. And coming back through. Here comes Bolin in. Bolin to Bolin. For the Saints. As they try to get around. Fatima trying to get the puck out of the zone. Held in along the near side or the far side porch by the Saints. Kept to the middle. Now looking to turn and shoot. Can't quite get it there. And now here's Fatima. He sends it around. He finds Ryan, but it is set down, and that is going to be icing. And no, they're going to wave it off. Yes, he caught there at the last second, and it is held on to by the netminder as it rolls in. And with 3:45 and counting, Ashburn holding on to this 7-2 lead. Feliciano will be in for this faceoff for Ashburn. Now sent back, working their way through. Now held in, shot by Rubenstein, but it couldn't get through the net. And now behind it, here comes that's Morris with the shot towards the net that goes wide. Rubenstein giving chase. Trying to send it back. He's got it to Feliciano. Feliciano with it. Feliciano looking. Trying to get it through. Donovan giving a look. And now sent back low. Back around. Morris pitching in. He's behind. He looks out front trying to get it to Rubenstein. Can't quite get it. It's cleared away by the defense. And now Morris with the shot towards the net. Rubbed down by the netminder. Held on, and we'll have a face-off to the left. To the right of the Saints goal with 2:45 remaining here in the third period. Rutherford on the ice for the face-off here. Rutherford wins that one back, gets it over for Leeds. Now, checked up off the puck. Looking to get it in. Rutherford harassing the player coming through center. Finally, they do get it into the zone to the Saints. Working towards the middle. Now, Revitz with it. Levitch working his way up. He finds Leeds. Leeds has got Rudderman and Rutherford. He's going to take the shot. He shoots it. It gets blocked and up over the netting and out of play. And that faceoff will come back to the right of the Saints end. We have a minute 55 and counting remaining in this game. 7-2 Ashburn. Outcome determined. Score not yet determined. Murphy in for the faceoff. He sends it back to Bultima. Bultima looking around, trying to send it back, trying to do something with it. He dumps it back around. And it comes out to the Saints. Saints working their way through center. Coming in Chanel. Chanel trying to get around, but it's taken away by O'Neal. And now here comes Murphy. Murphy with the pass across, but it's intercepted and dumped in by the Saints. Now behind the net. Bultima recovers. Bultima's got it. He's going to look up. He sends it up for Murphy. Murphy working his way out. Now being sent. Saints coming in onside. Woods sends it in and around for the Saints. And now working it out of the zone and being sent out to center. Saints looking to regroup. Sends around. Bultima sends it up to O'Neal. O'Neal already with 2 or 3. He shoots again and saved by the netminder. Oh, no, it went in. That's a goal. That's a goal. So it is 8-2. That is Aiden O'Neal's 4th goal of the game. And I believe that assist may go to Murphy. And that will end this game because they are letting the rest of the clock run out. And Ashburn moves on to tomorrow morning. Their opponent is still to be determined, but they will be playing tomorrow morning. So Ashburn with a great showing today. Now they got to get up for it in the morning because mornings tend to be a problem for them. So hopefully we have a better showing than we had this morning and yesterday morning. But nonetheless, they are into the next round. I'm looking up right now to see what time they would be playing because they were game number. Let's see here. So Ashburn was game number 41, which means tomorrow morning, Ashburn will play at 7:20. They will be playing at Willowbrook, and they will be playing the winner of game 45 between the Toronto Eagles and the Highland Jackwaters, which is happening at 6:10. So we won't know for a while which team we will be playing, but we will be playing at 7:20 tomorrow morning at Willowbrook. Opponent to be determined. So thank you for tuning in to Road Sports Broadcasting. Final here, and now we will have. So I'm going to be signing off here. Get these guys to bed early so that we have a good showing tomorrow morning. Road Sports Broadcasting signing off.